Hello, good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending on where you are. Today I feel like having a cup of coffee, and in Egypt and the Arab world, they like to drink what is called the Turkish coffee. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. And the reason why it's called Turkish coffee because the Ottoman Empire was dominating all the Arab world, most of it. I would say Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Palestine, Egypt. They were dominating, and of course, they brought some things with them that people in these countries they use until today. So one of them is a Turkish coffee. Turkish coffee is making a coffee, making coffee in the Arab world and in Egypt is almost like a ritual. There is a certain way that you gotta do, gotta make and serve this coffee. So let's go. Here where I am in California, it's 2:15 in the afternoon, and this is the perfect time to drink my Turkish coffee. So I'm gonna make it the Egyptian way here so you guys can see. The reason why I specified Egyptian, because the Egyptians, they don't let the water boil to make their coffee. Now if you go to Palestine, for example, they will let the water boil and they will kind of work on the coffee. They keep mixing with the spoon. In Egypt, no. So I'm gonna show you how the Egyptians make coffee, Turkish coffee, the Egyptian way, how coffee is made, Turkish coffee, Egyptian way. Let me move this to my coffee pot. This is made out of copper. Palestinians call this brick, and coffee in Arabic is called classic Arabic is called kahwa. In Egypt it's called ahwa. So I have my copper pot here with the water. You see my water is not boiling. Very important that you don't boil the water until you have the coffee there. There's also 3 ways to serve the coffee. One is, let me look at you guys again since I haven't actually started it. One is sada. Sada is the coffee without sugar. Sada, pure coffee. Masbuta, ahwa masbuta is the one with just the right amount of sugar, which is usually just a little bit over a teaspoon. I use a little spoon like this. It's 1.5 teaspoon if you're gonna measure. And then the sukar ziyada is the coffee with extra sugar. I remember going to Alexandria back in 1991. I was really young with my parents, and my father was from Alexandria, so we went to this coffee shop called Manolidis, and my dad asked for 3 coffee, sukar ziyada. You don't have to say ahwa sukar ziyada. It's just sukar ziyada. They already know that it's coffee. So we had 3 sukar ziyada because this is the way we were used to drinking coffee in our household. So my water start to want to boil here. I don't want this to happen. Like I said, in the Egyptian way, you don't let this happen. And I'm gonna add my sugar here. And then I mix. And I have my coffee. Here's my coffee. So 1 spoon of sugar to 2 spoons of coffee. That's the ratio. It's always made like that. You mix only once. See? Now you let it rise. It's gonna rise at some point. I'm gonna use this pot holder because this is gonna get hot. So you let it rise once. Twice. Remove from the heat. And the third time. You do not mix after this is finished. Now we're gonna serve this. I'm gonna pause the video just to set it up here and I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. Before I serve the coffee, I'm gonna tell you guys, if you feel like making this type of coffee, I'll show you guys, I'll tell you guys what kind of coffee beans you wanna choose and how you're gonna grind it. The 3 types of coffee beans that I recommend for making Turkish coffee are Colombian, by order of strength, Colombian. Medium is the Italian roast, and the lighter one is the French roast. I like the Italian roast, so this is what I got. You get your coffee beans at your grocery store, you put it in a paper bag, then you put it in a machine, then you know how you have to select the grind. You go all the way to Turkish. There is a selection there. There's an option there, it says Turkish. You go there, you choose that kind of grind, and then you grind your coffee. You can keep your coffee in the freezer or the refrigerator. If you buy, let's say you buy 2 bags of coffee, you're gonna use one now, and you wanna keep the other, just put it in the freezer. It keeps really well. We used to do this all the time in our household because we had to go far away to get the coffee. So we got 2 large bags and then one would go in the freezer. So this is the recommendation that I make before you actually try this. So now my coffee is ready. I need to make sure that you guys can see how it is served. I don't want you to miss that. And how you serve your coffee is like this. You serve one and then another. See how it's by little bits. And then second. This is a rule of thumb in Egypt and most Arabic countries, but mostly in Egypt they serve it this way. Okay, and here it is, 2 wonderful cups of coffee. There is a little bit of a ring here with a kind of a foam on top. This foam on top, some people like it all covered with that foam on top. And it's called wish. Wish in Arabic, in Egyptian Arabic and most other countries, most other dialects, wish is the face. So they want a coffee with a face. That means they like that little foam on top. It's preferred in Egypt coffee with a wish, but in other countries, Palestine, no. Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, I do not know. But if you ask for wish, everybody knows what it is and how to make it. So it's still kind of hard for me to try it. Let me see. It's still too hot, but it's delicious. And now I'm gonna have my cup of coffee and relax after some work that I have done here at home today. This was my suggestion, Turkish coffee, the Egyptian way. I hope you guys liked it. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.